Donald Trump, over the weekend, had this to say about the hurricane relief, or lack thereof, that he says. Have a listen to this.
And you know what they're giving our people? $750. 700. Here, Tyson. This is the worst response, I think. Troy, what do you think? The worst?
So that was Donald Trump talking about the worst response, right? The worst response. Now, I want to share with you some of the lies that Donald Trump and the far right have been spreading about hurricane relief, trying to score political points, and lying about the Biden administration, lying about Biden and Harris. So last week, Donald Trump falsely claimed that Joe Biden hasn't answered calls from Georgia's governor. Governor Kemp came forward, and Governor Kemp said that wasn't true. He said that they did speak. That was a blatant lie. And then you have people that are dying and people that have lost their homes. But that's okay for right-wingers, right? To allow Donald Trump to lie about communication between Joe Biden and their governor. Trump cited baseless reports about anti-Republican bias in North Carolina's response. He falsely claimed that the Biden-Harris response had received universally negative reviews. No, that's not true. Maybe on right-wing publications, maybe on Newsmax and OAN, publications with absolutely no credibility with normal everyday Americans, or, somebody like a Sean Hannity. But that is absolutely and positively not true. Trump falsely claimed that Harris spent all her FEMA money on housing illegal migrants. That is also 150% not true. A blatant lie. Trump falsely claimed that $1 billion was stolen from FEMA for migrants and has gone missing. That has also been completely debunked, and Trump repeated this claim to reporters at least twice on Friday. He then said it again Friday night at a town hall event in North Carolina. Again, another blatant lie. But where's Fox News? Where's OAN? Where's Newsmax? Where are they? Where are they? Trump falsely claimed the federal government is only giving $750 to people who lost their homes. That is also a blatant lie. $750 is merely the immediate upfront aid to survivors. By the way, Donald Trump capped FEMA at $500. This is only the first step. For example, the maximum for home repair assistance are up to $42,500. But if you listen to Orange Turd, he'll make it sound like they're only getting $750. That is a blatant lie. Oh, yeah, by the way, half Republicans have voted against bills for more FEMA assistance. There are Republicans out there that want FEMA to be done with altogether. Again, Donald Trump capped it at $500. $750 is only the first step. And Joe Biden, multiple times in his administration, multiple times since he's been president, even back to when he was vice president, he tried to up the amount of money for victims getting money from FEMA, and it was Republicans that constantly shot it down time and time again. Yet Donald Trump is on Donald Trump is on a stage lying to his supporters, because most of them are very ignorant, lying to all of them and telling them, $750. That's all they're getting? You cannot make this stuff up. This is just as bad, maybe even worse, than the lies about legal Haitian immigrants eating your dogs and cats. That can cause harm. This is absolutely causing harm. Over the weekend, Trump falsely claimed that there are no helicopters, no rescues in North Carolina. Again, a blatant lie. That is absolutely 100% not true. He is lying. And he continues to lie. And this is what he said over the weekend.
I mean, this hurricane has been a bad one. Kamala Harris has left them stranded. This is the worst response to a storm or a catastrophe or a hurricane that we've ever seen, ever. Probably worse than Katrina, and that's hard to beat, right? Worse than Katrina. They didn't do too good a job either, but this is worse. And she sends their money to foreign nations. He and she, they send hundreds of billions of dollars They send hundreds of billions of dollars to foreign nations. And you know what they're giving our people? $750. 700. Here, Tyson. This is the worst response, I think. Troy, what do you think? The worst?
I mean, just complete idiots. I don't even know what else to say. Everything he is saying is not true. He is misleading his idiotic supporters, and the lies continue. Aren't you angry at this? Aren't you angry that there are people that have lost their lives, innocent people? There are people that have lost their loved ones. There are people that don't know where to go. There are people that have lost their homes. And you have a former president lying about aid, lying about communications with the current president and their governor. These are blatant lies, easily can be proven false. Yet he continues to talk about them. Why? Well, as Stephanie Grisham said on the DNC stage last month, he told me to keep lying and keep lying because eventually people will believe him. Not people, dumb people. And I've had it. Speaking of dumb, Lara Trump, because she's an amazing musician, by the way, as well, lying on CNN with Dana Bash, the same types of lies, and she was questioned on them when it comes to hurricane relief. Listen to what this moron had to say.
Laura, let me just stop you right there.
Of this country.
Let me just stop you right there because I just want to not let this get out there. You are right that FEMA is giving $750, but that is a first step. It's for immediate needs. It's called the serious needs assistance.
Dana, and said that they are out of money in terms of their hurricane relief. We have another hurricane heading towards Florida right now.
What they have said is that there is money
right now. Why don't they have anything in order? Why is it that right now the citizens in Western North Carolina are screaming for help, and it's having to come from local citizens? People from my hometown of Wilmington are driving across the state 6 hours to go to the mountains and help people.
It is bad.
Where is our federal government? Why are they out of money?
It is bad there, but my question is about the misinformation, particularly the notion that they are moving money to migrants, to, you say, undocumented migrants, which FEMA says flatly is not true. And if people are not getting correct information, then they can't go for assistance.
Thank you, Dana Bash, for fact-checking that moron, Lara Trump, who will never criticize Donnie for anything, even blatant lies. And here's the point where CNN plays a clip of GOP Senator Thom Tillis praising, let me repeat, praising the federal disaster response in North Carolina. And again, Lara Trump tries to turn it into a negative. Have a listen to this.
Need to listen to what the Republican senator from North Carolina, Thom Tillis, said about the rescue and recovery efforts.
I'm actually impressed with how much attention was paid to a region that wasn't likely to have experienced the impact that they did. For anybody who thinks that any level of government, anybody here, could have been prepared precisely for what we're dealing with here, clearly are clueless. But right now, I'm out here to say that we're doing a good job.
So he and others are saying, please, to the former president and to others, stop spreading misinformation because it's hurting people in North Carolina.
I'm so glad to hear that he feels that way, but it's coming directly from people there. You can go online and you can look at videos of people recording themselves and posting online saying, we need help. No one has come here. We have nothing. And no one has even addressed the situation in my neighborhood or my area. So I'm glad to hear that he feels very good about that. And I hope that we hear more of that. I want them to recover there as soon as possible. And it's tragic, the loss of life that we've already seen. I think that number, sadly, is going to continue to go higher. And it's a tragedy all around.
I want to turn to...
So do you notice Lara Trump completely avoids the lies and the misinformation? Here you have a Republican senator saying that he is praising the federal disaster response in North Carolina. You have Governor Kemp, who has said they have everything that they need, and he thanked Joe Biden and his administration and others. And yet you have Lara Trump saying, well, that's not what I'm hearing on the ground. These people said blah, 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 blah. Listen, I'm not discounting people. You're not going to have every single person be doing great. They've lost loved ones. They've lost their homes. I can't imagine how horrible that would be. There's going to be people out there that are suffering and struggling. There's no question about that, and I don't discount that at all. But that's the excuse that Lara Trump is making, that somehow this is the Joe Biden administration, that somehow this is Kamala Harris's fault. And it's not. And the response has been A+. The response has been as good as you could possibly expect it to be under extremely difficult circumstances. And I'm very grateful for that. And I know a lot of people are very grateful for that. And the right-wing talking points will always be, well, Joe Biden was on the beach, right? Kamala Harris is campaigning. Well, the facts don't add up to what you are saying. Joe Biden implemented relief and started and got the ball rolling before the hurricane even got there. So let's be very clear on that. These people, again, on the far right are doing the same things that they did when it comes to Springfield, Ohio. They lie at the hands of innocent people. They lied in Springfield, Ohio. They're eating your pets and dogs. Then you had a bunch of bomb threats. And they're continuing to lie.